Courtney McBroom, how are you?
I'm good, Tony. How are you?
I'm great. You are a food consultant.
I am.
And what does that really entail?
Well, I worked with the writers and the producers and with Bree to figure out how we wanted the food in the show to look, how we wanted it to facilitate the storytelling, and how much we wanted everyone to be so hungry every time they watched an episode.
I am such a foodie, and I'm always in awe of people that can. Cooking is one thing, but how you present it is, makes the appetite, makes the
Yes,
mouth water.
it's true. Very true.
Have you done this kind of work before with other movies and television shows?
This was my first time with TV and movies. I worked on cookbooks. I've done lots of cookbook stuff and like do my own stuff for like social media, but this was my first time at this level for a TV show, and it was really quite an experience. It was so fun. I learned so much.
With everything that Brie Larson does, and she's an executive producer on this series, Lessons in Chemistry. Is she a good cook?
Yes, she's a great cook, which made my job so much easier. She nailed everything. It was great.
Will there be a Lessons in Chemistry cookbook coming up?
That is a great question. I would love for that to happen, though I can't speak to that. There will be a lot of recipes coming out when the show comes out, though. So it won't be a cookbook, but there will be recipes. And I'm really excited for everyone to get to make everything that they see on screen at home. It's going to be great.
How did you start in this business?
Well, much like Elizabeth Zott, it was a very interesting path to how I got here. I actually started out, I went to journalism school in Texas. Yes. So, and then I decided journalism wasn't the thing for me. I went to pastry school. I worked as a pastry chef in Austin for a long time. And then I was like, you know what? It's time to go to New York. So I packed up my Toyota Avalon with whatever it could hold, drove to New York City with no place to live, no job,
Wow.
hardly any money. I got there. I found a job at Momofuku Milk Bar, which is really where I got my start. I ended up being the culinary director there for a long time and wrote those cookbooks, and that really launched me on my journey.
Immediately, after ditching, journalism, I would automatically think of pastry. That would be the exact next thing I would
Right,
do.
right, exactly. It just makes sense.
Well, being from an Italian family, our family owns restaurants all over New York and Boston and all of that. So I've been
Ooh,
I've been around great chefs and cooks and all that, but there's nothing like family cooking.
agreed. I fully agree. Because your heart's
Are
in
there
it. Your heart's really in it when you do that.
Well, and you also give out a lot of love into the food, and it's not just a job. It's something people adore to do. But are there those great family recipes that you've collected over years?
Of course, I have so many of my grandma's recipes. Her cinnamon rolls are the best cinnamon rolls you will ever have. And you want to know what the secret ingredient is?
Cinnamon?
Potatoes. You mash potatoes and put them into the dough. Cinnamon's not a secret ingredient. That's a very overt ingredient. But yeah, I have so many family recipes, all from my grandparents, great grandparents. I love it.
I would imagine you can go into a restaurant and taste something wonderful and go, I just with your palate recreate it.
Yes. It's a blessing and a curse sometimes. But yeah, I would like to think I could recreate most anything at this point in my career.
Talk to me a little bit about what audiences will glean from this new series.
Well, I think that the story of Elizabeth Zott is such a universal story. Everyone, like, I think there's a little bit Elizabeth Zott in all of us. Like, I can relate to her. Even, you don't even necessarily need to be a woman to relate to, like, the hardships that she's gone through. And her tenacity and her ability to never give up and to stand strong in her conviction of who she is and to never apologize for it. So inspiring. I love it so much, and I'm so happy and proud to have gotten to have a role in the creation of this show. It's so cool.
I think so too, and I think there's a great deal of alchemy, not just chemistry, but alchemy in cooking, and again, presenting that love to other people.
I agree fully. And I think that's something Elizabeth Zott learns too. She starts off cooking with her brain and with just chemistry, and then she learns to cook with her heart and serve it to other people. And it's such a beautiful thing to see.
Courtney, thank you so much for your time, and it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. So nice to meet you too.